In the wake of heartbreaking news that Brandon Blackstock, the ex-husband of Grammy-winning singer and talk show host Kelly Clarkson, has died following a 3-year battle with melanoma, fresh details have emerged about the complicated, highly publicized, and often painful divorce the former couple endured. These revelations, coming only days after an insider described the split as messy, offer a clearer picture of the emotional and legal turbulence that surrounded their separation, and how Clarkson handled it with dignity despite the strain. The new insider account paints a portrait of a woman navigating the breakdown of her marriage, while under the unrelenting glare of public scrutiny. According to the source, Clarkson was deeply committed to keeping the relationship between Blackstock and their 2 children, River, now 11 and Remington 9, intact despite their own personal issues. Kelly never badmouthed Brandon to the kids, the insider explained. She wanted them to have the best relationship possible with their dad, regardless of what was going on between the 2 of them. That commitment to civility, however, came at a personal cost. The divorce proceedings were lengthy, bitter, and often highly publicized. Legal disputes centered around custody, finances, and property, particularly the couple's sprawling Montana ranch, which became a symbolic battleground in their split. Clarkson, who filed for divorce in June 2020 citing irreconcilable differences, found herself embroiled in a 2-year legal battle that would ultimately reshape her personal and professional life. Reports from the time detailed not only the dissolution of their marriage, but also allegations of financial impropriety. Blackstock, who had served as Clarkson's manager through his family's talent management company, Starstruck, was accused of violating California's labor laws by acting as an unlicensed talent agent. The dispute culminated in a labor ruling ordering him to repay over $2.6 million in commissions. While this decision was later contested, the matter was ultimately settled out of court in mid-2024, with terms kept strictly confidential. The financial strain, combined with the emotional weight of the divorce, was an enduring source of stress for Clarkson. Even after the divorce was finalized in 2022, the aftermath continued to ripple through Clarkson's life. Under the settlement, she paid a one-time sum exceeding $1.3 million, along with ongoing monthly child support payments. The Montana ranch was awarded to Clarkson, but Blackstock continued to live there until his death earlier this month. For many observers, the arrangement underscored the unusual, and at times tense, nature of their post-divorce relationship. In the days leading up to his death on August 7, 2025, Clarkson's personal life and public commitments intersected in a particularly poignant way. Only 12 days before the tragedy, during her Las Vegas residency, she delivered a raw, emotionally charged performance of her song Piece by Piece. The track, originally inspired by her father's abandonment and later reshaped by her experience with Blackstock, took on new meaning in light of her personal journey. On stage, she spoke openly about learning to love herself again, telling the audience, "Every day is a lesson in grace." Audience members described the performance as both powerful and heart-wrenching, a window into the private struggles she was navigating. As Blackstock's health declined, Clarkson made the decision to cancel the remaining dates of her residency. In a public statement she explained, "This past year, my children's father has been ill, and at this moment, I need to be fully present for them." The comment was a rare acknowledgement of the ongoing personal challenges she faced, offering fans a glimpse into the reality behind the headlines. Insiders have since revealed that Clarkson was deeply affected by his illness, even as their history remained fraught. One source emphasized her determination to keep the details of his condition and their family dynamics private, especially for the sake of the children. Kelly felt terrible about how things ended between them, but she also knew there was no going back. What mattered most to her was making sure the kids felt loved and supported, especially with their dad being sick, the insider said. The death of Blackstock has now shifted the family dynamic in ways that no legal settlement could predict. Clarkson, already the primary custodial parent, now assumes the role of sole guardian to their children. Friends say she is focused entirely on helping River and Remington cope with their loss, while also processing her own grief. Those close to her note that she is balancing the responsibilities of motherhood with the demands of her career, a challenge made even more difficult by the public nature of her life. The news of Blackstock's passing prompted an outpouring of tributes from those who knew him. Country music legend Reba McEntire, who was previously married to Blackstock's father, and thus served as his stepmother, shared a heartfelt Instagram post honoring him. She described him as irreplaceable and my cowboy, words that reflected the personal bonds that extended beyond the dissolution of his marriage to Clarkson. Dolly Parton, who has faced her own share of personal loss, offered words of comfort to Clarkson, urging her to focus on positive memories and to channel her grief into love and resilience. The insider's recent remarks have also reignited public discussion about the couple's relationship timeline, with some outlets revisiting reports that Blackstock had been romantically involved with Clarkson's former assistant in the years following their separation. While Clarkson has never publicly commented on these claims, the revelations contribute to a broader understanding of why their divorce was described as messy by those close to the situation. The juxtaposition of public success and private pain has been a recurring theme in Clarkson's life over the past 5 years. Professionally, she has continued to thrive as a talk show host, performer, and recording artist, often using her platform to connect with audiences through her vulnerability. Personally, she has navigated a series of legal, emotional, and familial challenges that would test even the most resilient individuals. Her ability to maintain grace and prioritize her children's well-being throughout speaks to her strength of character. In reflecting on the events of recent years, it becomes clear that Clarkson's story is not solely about a celebrity divorce. It's about the universal human experience of loss, change, and the pursuit of healing. The messy elements of her split from Blackstock, while amplified by fame, are grounded in the same struggles many people face when marriages end: disputes over money, property, and parenting. The challenge of co-parenting amid lingering hurt, and the need to redefine one's identity after a major life shift. What sets Clarkson's experience apart is the constant public gaze under which she has lived it all. Every legal filing, every performance, every cancellation has been scrutinized, dissected, and interpreted by the media and the public. That she has managed to navigate this with a degree of privacy, shielding her children from the worst of it, is a testament to her determination to put family first. Now, as she and her children adjust to life without Blackstock, the road ahead will likely be marked by both challenges and opportunities.